Oh, Mighty Fox Hunt. Second Epic Fox. This is episode 7? I think it's 7. Is it 7? Or is it 8? Episode 8, Nocturne. Which also, I kind of got this a little spoiled. Like, cause someone shit, but like, it's all of the Robins. I think she might just be back. I think she might become Batgirl. Because you have Dick Grayson, you have Jason Todd. Actually, you have almost all the Robins. Dick Grayson, Jason Todd. There's that one I keep forgetting. Then you have Spoiler, and then you have the Robin who's in The Dark Knight. That's supposed to be from the future, but I guess same, whatever. In any case. There's all 3 of these girls. And just to shorten this, Carnival comes to town. Harvey's trying to do a press thing to get up in the polls. These kids who are all from the orphanage head to the carnival, and then where is it? Fang from the Hex Girls pops up in her younger years. Turns out she actually is a vampire. Because her brother Anton, voiced by Sora from Kingdom Hearts, she has a genetic disorder or something that gets weak, but her brother knew something special to do and gave her something, we don't know what, that allowed her to absorb energy from other people, but because of this also, it gives her super strength and all this stuff, but also the sunlight burns her. She's a vampire. Also on that same note too, in this, that's how she eats people. Well, that's also going right here. Killer Croc's in this. I don't know if you can tell. Pretty much, so this is going to be a commercial second.
I am not
Okay, so it's a little bit after this. Pretty much, Bruce, after an old friend, I guess of the orphanage, pops up to ask to help find Stephanie, who becomes the spoiler, or is supposed to be the spoiler. Goes here, tries to find him, just breaks into the House of Mirrors, just says, "I'll pay for it, don't worry." And then they're like, "Why is this guy trying to look for 2 girls?" I know what you're thinking, but also on that same note, he literally let him at least try to say, "I'm trying to find, them to help," because... He wakes up, also Harvey again having the whole thing with Sloan, also, Alfred's reading, what is it? The alias of the Grey Ghost, which the Grey Ghost is, at least in the animated series, the Grey Ghost, I think the Grey Ghost was actually first introduced in the animated series. I'm not entirely sure on that. But he is what inspires Batman to become Batman. That is his Batman. At least in this thing. I know the original DC one, it's literally the Mask of Zorro is what inspired him to become Batman. Because that was the movie that he saw at the night his parents were killed. But the Grey Ghost, Max Grantwell, which it wouldn't surprise me if that's the name of the Grey Ghost from the animated series that was voiced by Adam West.
I'll come up with it.
But yeah, also her brother is like, "Can you stop eating people?" Also, for some reason, this design, it looks so early 2000s. I love it. Again, this feels like a character, obviously this is Bruce Timm's art style, but she looks like one of the characters from, the much earlier, from, early 2000s, where there were goth characters ever. I guess I kinda do have a goth character in Olive Town. Any case, the design is great. But, yeah, so, mad scientist. We never get told how he gave her the power. And I'll say this, too. I like this introduction of a supernatural force more than just the ghost guy. I don't know. Maybe it's just the idea of, it tricks us. They're like, "Oh, it can't be a ghost," I thought. But also on that same note, this feels more along the lines of, oh, it's possibly something scientific. Also, her name is Natalia, is she supposed to be Talia? Like Talia al Ghul? Because kind of same with like absorbing light, but it's not through the Lazarus pit. I don't know. But yeah, but then pretty much she tries to hunt down these kids. Bruce says, I'm going to help. I'm going to protect you after her brother, who dies after being thrown into a wall and crushed because of her. Said, I'll help you, protect you, stuff like that. Takes her to the hospital. The Robins are fine. They all get back. Killer Croc is just here. Sloan wants Harvey to drop the charges off of one of his guys. Doesn't do that. Eventually gets acid in the face. That's how he becomes Two-Face. But that's pretty much... Also love how Carrie just hits her in the face with like Carrie's the one fighter not saying the others aren't fighters, but like she's that one rebel one. Yes. I also love how that's what signals Bruce like, oh shit, I've been looking in the wrong direction. But pretty much, Bruce comes in, saves her, saves Carrie. But also, I like this part too, because I guess she could see energy of people. It's like around here. Also, it's funny that she tricks him. Right here, I think.
You've got so much energy.
Okay.
How did you do that?
Here's the thing.
I didn't.
Sucker.
Because she is a vampire. She can only come out at night.
You've got...
And, like, we have, like, these other 4 Robins going on. I don't know if... Actually, let me Google that real quick. Natalia Batman. Oh, Nocturna. Natalia Knight, a.k.a. Nocturna, was a jewel thief who briefly adopted Jason Todd and discovered Batman's secret identity as Bruce Wayne. And I guess she's a vampire? So she adopted Jason Todd? What made her remarkable was that she suffered from a rare light sensitivity disease and her skin was bleached white. Years later, second Nocturna would turn up in Gotham under a new name. Natalia, currently unknown. Okay, so I don't know anything about the character herself. I don't know if I've ever seen her in anything else. But I just want to say this right now. Make her Robin. Like, I 100% mean this. Make her Robin. God, Jason Todd's a badass. Make her Robin. Because imagine how cool that is of an idea. Yeah, Bats doesn't have superpowers. That's something he doesn't have. But give one, she has superpowers, which is cool. She can be more of a muscle character, which imagine a fight with Bane at that point, and then he has to fight this little girl who can just throw his ass. That'd be kind of funny. But on that same note, she is literally a vampire who can only come out at night. Which means she will have to be stuck indoors in Wayne Manor most of the time. So one, on a living kind of basis, that's kind of decent for her. Like, yeah, she's still trapped inside during the sunlight. But she does have a big-ass house to play around in, for one. And two, then, like, yeah, when she gets to go out at nighttime, she gets to go out as Batman's sidekick. Like, make her Robin. Make her Batgirl. Do something with this character. Batman having a super-powered sidekick that is also a vampire who literally can never go out during the daytime, can only come out at night. It literally matches up with, not only is it like the idea that Bruce obviously really only works during the nighttime as Batman, but it also gives a reason for, like, yeah, he could then watch her as she gets to go out and fight crime with him. Like, there's a lot of cool stories you could... Am I the only one seeing this? There's a lot of cool stories you could do here with this character. Like, I don't care if it's not comic accurate. Screw comic accuracy, by God. Especially when you can come up with some really cool ideas. Again, the Batman's my favorite version of was one of my favorite versions of the Batman. Hell, Batman Beyond is one of my favorite versions. And that was not comic accurate because Batman Beyond was its own animated thing before it ever became a comic. Like legitimately, think about how cool that would be. Batman having a Robin that's a vampire. Like, because that's the thing too, like, yeah, they gave Jason Todd superpowers in the Gotham Knights game, which I don't know why. In a sense, it is kind of cool, because again, I like the idea of them branching out off the idea of the character and springboarding onto other things, giving him, now these, Lazarus powers. They don't make a ton of sense, but, whatever, Lazarus powers, I guess. If anything, shouldn't his powers be something about, like, life-draining too, vampire-like? Also, the fact that, he's just his own character at this point. In either case. I want to see her as Batgirl. Make her Batgirl. If there's a season 2 of this, because at the end, she still is alive. Like, Bruce, I was half expecting Bruce to kind of do the whole, like, I don't have to save you kind of thing. Or if she was going to let herself die. Also, I do like that, again, that she says that Bats has so much energy inside him. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
You killed him.
And again, it's her trying to make up for killing her brother.
We have to get you out of the sun.
Just go. Leave me alone.
I can't.
You definitely can.
God damn it, Cassie. Carrie.
What? She's a monster.
Bruce like, I'm not adopting you. No, that'd be so wrong. Because also, wouldn't that be also kind of interesting too? Like, mind you, it is really weird that, like, all the Robins are all orphans, and, like, is season 2 he's just gonna adopt 4 kids? Or is it just the idea of, like, that's a different timeline? But I would like the idea that, yeah, he adopts, in this at least version, his own Robin that isn't one of the originals or one of the other ones, and his is this girl who's a vampire that can only come out at night. There's so many good stories there I could see with that. Again, like, the idea that, like, whenever this Bats has to fight Bane, assuming Bane is a big bulking dude and not just, like, on morphine, then again, that probably is the case for this version. Then again, maybe not, because again, we have a vampire and a ghost living in this universe. And the vampire one seems more logical, at least in this sense. But God, that would be so cool. Also, I forgot to mention the last episode, the reason why Gordon couldn't even call backup is because how corrupt the police force is. I'm like, alright, that's kind of cool. Anyways, I wanted to say that before anything else. But I do like this too. Carrie holding a cape as they walk back. But yeah, I want that. Make her Batgirl. Make her Robin. Do something with make her Robin, because I think everyone there becomes Robin. I think. I'm trying to remember if Batman's spoiler character. What is her name? Stephanie Brown. Batman, Stephanie Brown, Robin. Okay, yeah, so she does become Robin. I don't know if you can see that. But she does become Robin. Okay. Well, there's Carrie. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool, and there'd be a cool father-daughter dynamic with that, as well as, like, almost like the dude who says to look like Dracula having a daughter who is a vampire. It's kind of funny, and wouldn't help when people like, oh my God, he's a vampire. But also would help with people fearing him. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. And again, superpower sidekick that could throw Bane and shit would be kind of cool. Anyways, tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you want Natalia to be a Robin, because again, I think that's a really cool idea. But thanks for watching the videos. Hopefully you enjoy this. This was pretty fun. And I'd say this one, out of the 2 Supernatural episodes, I honestly think I like this one more than the Ghost one. Because the Ghost one felt too straightforward on it, I think. I don't know. But thanks for watching your videos. Hope you enjoy this, and we'll see you later. God, this is probably my favorite episode. It was pretty good.